I'm just going to go over the rules that we use for working with indices to save us the bother of expanding it and doing it the long way. And in order to explain that, I'm going to actually do the long way so that you can see why the short way works. So 7 squared means 7 times 7. And then we're going to multiply that by 7 to the power of 5, which is 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. So if we then look at this and work out what power we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sevens in that list. So that means we've got 7 to the power of 7. So now let's go back and look at the original. So the answer was 7 to the power of 7. Hopefully you can see and notice that if we add the 2 and the 5 together, we get that 7 power. So when we're multiplying, we add the powers together to get our final indices. So we're not trying to work out what the number is in this case, we're trying to show it in its indices form. So now let's look at how that works if we're dividing two of these numbers. So this time we've got 6 to the power of 5, which is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, and we're going to divide it by 6 to the power of 3. So 6 times 6 times 6. So we can cancel that with that, that with that, that with that, and we can see that we're left here with 6 to the power of 2. So again, if we look at the original, we've got 6 to the power of 5 divided by 6 to the power of 3, and we end up with 6 to the power of 2. So what you can see is we can do 6 to the power of 5 minus 3 to get more quickly to the answer of 6 to the power of 2. So when it's dividing, we take away the powers. When it's multiplying, we add the powers. So the third situation is when we've got one power inside a bracket with another power or indices outside. So again, we're going to look at the long way. So first of all, what does 7 squared mean? It means 7 times 7. And what does it mean to cube? It means we need to multiply this by itself 3 times. I'll just put some brackets here to make it even more obvious what we're doing. Okay, so that would be squared, and that would be cubed. So pretend you can't see the brackets now because they don't need to be there. So what have we got finally? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 to the power of 6. So again, let's look at the original, and hopefully what you can see is we can get there more quickly by multiplying the powers together in this case to go straight to 7 to the power of 6. So if we multiply indices, they have to have the same number at the bottom, of course. Then we just add the powers together. If we're dividing, we take them away. And if we've got one in brackets with a power or indices outside, we multiply the powers or indices together to get our final answer.